Hey Capricorn, this is Alex and I'm here to bring you your weekly love tarot. I hope you guys are doing well and taking care of yourselves. Thank you to all of my new and existing subscribers. Your love and support is very much appreciated and felt. So let's see what God angels, go on out, come on out. Look, that ain't a Capricorn card. I don't know what is. All right. Also, guys, I'm starting up my $5 Q&As again. So if you're subscribed to my channel, you should receive notification as to when I go live or when I post an event for a $5 Q&A. Right now, I'm thinking about holding them on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and you will receive notification as to when I go live. All right, guys, let's see what God Angels Universe has in store for dear Capricorn. That 4 of Wands just fell out, so I'm going to take that too. Okay, making sure we can see them in the frame. You got the Knight of Wands going in and out, going back and forth. You feel a little constricted, restricted. You want to be able to express emotion or feelings to someone, but you don't know how they're going to take it. This could be somebody who you've hurt in the past. The relationship feels very, very, very close, very significant. Ooh, 3 of Swords at the bottom. But this is somebody who you might have hurt or was hurt by a situation in the past. Kind of feel like this to me feels like you're coming across as something you're not. Of course, this is definitely Capricorn energy, you know, Capricorn, Virgo, and also Taurus with the King of Pentacles. This is somebody who's really very well established, very trustworthy, very stable. And I just kind of feel with the Knight of Wands here, it's almost like you maybe are struggling with this. For a lot of you guys, you could be in an established relationship, and this is kind of who you want and desire to be for your partner. However, those sexual urges, right, the in and out of the Knight of Wandem, right? You know, it's almost like you're in and out of your relationship. And I do kind of feel like it's related to your carnal or sexual desires, Capricorn. Put those in the wrong position. I'm just hearing you want that old feeling. You know the song in Top Gun, that love and feeling? Whoa, that love and feeling. Right? It's almost like I'm just gonna say this, but it's almost like running the streets gives you that feeling, Capricorns, when you're, you know, as wild and free as this Knight of Wands. You can kind of come and go as you please, and it kind of feels like that's your personality and that's who you were, maybe in a previous lifetime, maybe when you were single. However, now with all these responsibilities, all this kind of quote unquote weight of the world on your shoulder, for a lot of you, it's making you feel very imprisoned, right? It's making you, you know, kind of a little bored. It's almost like, you ever been in those relationships where everything is going right, but they're boring as hell? And that's usually when self-sabotage comes in and messes them up. With the 6 of Cups, there's that love and feeling that you want back. You know, you kind of miss the old days. What I'm hearing is that you're so far away from the good old days that you are locked into this brand new / responsible and kind of quote unquote stable environment. For a lot of you guys, I kind of feel like, you know, or for some of you, I should say, this is exactly what you wanted. This is exactly what you were striving for, you know? Angels just said to me, this is something that you thought would warm your heart, or you kind of thought to an extent this is what your heart wanted. But for some of you, you know, it is what your heart wanted, but your mind may be wandering, or your mind wants to wander. You want to kind of break out into this monotony of everyday life and responsibility and, kind of quote unquote caring for your kingdom, right? Now you have another night here, another fast moving night. You could get a message, or you could get a message or information that basically jumpstarts your emotions. It almost even feels like somebody's going to come along and help to break you out of this mental imprisonment. I almost said entanglement. Thank you, Jada Pinkett Smith. I almost said entanglement. But I kind of feel like for a lot of you guys, you're wanting, it's almost like you want to move on or move into the next step of on your emotional journey. What I'm also getting to is that you want to send messages of love to someone, but again, as I mentioned earlier in the reading, you're not necessarily sure how this person is going to take it, which is the next couple of cards here. And definitely we have Capricorn showing up in your own reading with the World card here and the High Priestess. So it's almost like you want to make a move, in all honesty. You want to make a move, but you're not necessarily sure how your move will be perceived. Not only that, but definitely with the World card there, the World card representing cycles, endings, beginnings, seasons, and things of that nature. Also at the same time, kind of karma, right? Closing out a chapter, the ending of one chapter, the beginning with another one, things going around, coming around, but also, your whole entire world, right? The world, the universe, energy is nothing but circular, cyclical, energy, right? And to an extent, it's almost like, do I open this new chapter? Is this new chapter going to be good for me? Is this something I want to get started? Do I want to move with it? It's almost like sorry, too much information. What I'm getting from these cards as well is commitment, right? Do I want to commit to this next chapter? I'm not necessarily sure. Not only that, but also there with the High Priestess, the High Priestess also represents unknown information, which requires you to basically navigate through a situation using your gut or your intuition, right? So, it's just like, do I or don't I? To be or not to be? I had to. Sorry, guys. With the Five of Cups and the Two of Pentacles, you don't want to hurt anybody, which makes sense to me as far as why you may not necessarily be sure if you want to commit. And I'm also being guided to say, too, is this could also involve recommitting into your current situation as well. For a lot of you guys, I'm just going to say this, but it's almost like you may be engaged to someone and you're like, okay, do I want to get married or do I want to just kind of get out there and live a little bit more, right? That's what the Five of Cups and the Two of Pentacles is basically kind of going back and forth, kind of weighing and balancing the fun factor, right? Because the Two of Pentacles also signifies like, playing around, having fun, kind of going back and forth. A lot of people sees the twos in the tarot as decision making. Now it's almost like, oh, I have this second option, right? For you, Capricorn specifically, your second option could be your mate, believe it or not, right? And the reason why they would be your second as opposed to your first is because your first is to run wild and be free. But Capricorn is one of those signs that, to an extent, for some of you, not all of you, do not send me no nasty messages. But some of you guys do actually create a lifestyle where you have your cake and eat it too. You know what I mean? But with the Five of Cups here, that's kind of wishing and missing, that older lifestyle, or when you were able to run free and, date whoever you wanted to, have sex with whoever you wanted to. But doing that in a coupled type of situation, you tend to hurt your other partner or disappoint your other partner as well. So the duality of the twos here basically says to me, it signifies the old versus the new. The old you that would run free, right, and be happy and, have all that kind of freedom to choose, versus your new self, your new self in this stable relationship, stable environment, stable love, stable affair. it's stable, but then you also miss and long for and disappointed because that old part of you is kind of quote unquote dead, and not necessarily dead and gone, but imprisoned. You know what I mean? That old part of you is kind of like quote unquote tucked away and dormant and imprisoned. You kind of can't really let it out and let it be free. So it kind of feels like you are struggling with the old you and the new you, right? Now with the four of God, Capricorn, the Four of Wands and also the King of Wands, that basically says for a lot of you guys, you may challenge your current relationship. It's almost like what I'm also hearing is that you wish your current relationship did it more for you, especially in the area of passion. It's almost like you have exactly what you want to an extent: the house, the wife, the car, the kids, the 2.5 kids, the dogs, the picket fence, right? You have exactly what you want, but to an extent there is a passion that is, kind of bubbling inside of you that's wanting and waiting and needing to get out. And I just kind of feel like to an extent, this King of Wands, again, is going to challenge his current establishment. And he's going to challenge his current establishment by maybe kind of, quote unquote, I'm just going to say this, wandering out, maybe stepping out of your relationship, even though the risk is hurting either yourself or hurting your partner. The Nine of Wands there is the card of, feeling like burnt out. It's like, all right, I fought for it. I got it. Everything's good. I'm married. I love my wife. I love my husband. But I want more. The King of Wands, he basically gets his own way. It's his way or the highway. So I just kind of feel like this is having your cake and eating it too in a nutshell. If having your cake and eating it too would be two cards, it would be the Four of Wands and the King of Wands. Okay? And especially, with the Three of Swords here and then also the Nine of Wands. I mean, you got a lot of wand energy on this table, Capricorn. And looking at the Knight of Wands, you got the Eight of Wands. You have the Four, the King, and the Nine. Right? So that kind of says to me, ooh, I'm almost even getting, for some of you guys, you're running from stability, which is weird as hell to me. It's almost like you're running from, angels just said you're running from the thought of stability. So it's almost like you need stability on a physical level. You love coming back home to somebody, but what you do outside of your home is also, something that you need and crave too. And that is to be able to kind of, again, run free, run wild, or allow your emotions to run wild and run free. And then, for some of y'all, sex and sexual things, kind of being free and no judgment. It is what it is. From the, what are these? The Earth Magic cards. The Winter Solstice reflection card came out. And that again is kind of wishing for the good old days. That's wishing for the good old days. The good old days when, again, you were uncommitted. That's so weird because Capricorn is one of those signs. It's almost like you want your blankie at night. You want your cuddle buddy at night. But all during the day, you just want to run wild and run free. And that's it. I'm going to stop repeating myself. Okay, the next Earth Magic card for you, Capricorn, is Forest Breath. I just said I'm going to stop repeating myself. Forest and breath is, just kind of getting out there. What I'm also hearing is attitude of gratitude, appreciating what you have. That card is very, very, very green. So that says to me, is the grass really greener on the other side, Capricorn? And I can hear some of you saying, yeah, to Capricorn it is. Absolutely, to Capricorn it is. That's why they're always trying to get to the other side. They want the green grass, but then also at night they want to be able to go in their castle and lay their head down, nicely next to their mate. These two cards are kind of speaking to me now, and it's almost like you guys also may have someone who kind of pops out, from a previous lifetime. It could be a past lover that kind of comes out of nowhere that causes you to want to leave the home or step outside of the home. Okay, last Earth Magic card, DNA, Karma. Wow. You guys are ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is the planet of karma, right? So I do kind of feel like, here it comes. It's in your DNA to run wild and run free. It is what it is. If you are a cross watcher, I don't even know what to tell you. That your Capricorn could run free. You know, at the bottom, I have to show you guys is the cave and sanctuary. It's almost like that term, you know, give a dog a bone, let a dog roam, and they'll find their way home. Ooh, Jesus. It is what it is. That's the message I got. As in, your cross watcher, if your Capricorn stepped out on you, please note they're coming back. They're not going to stray too far away from home. Home is everything, and they need the security of home. But, you know, they could just be someone who may do better in an open relationship versus a committed, closed relationship, right? Something that has them kind of locked and blocked. Because of what I'm also getting to, what I'm hearing is like, it's like to your wife or your husband, you're the perfect mate. You're the, what do they say? The model husband, model wife. But in the streets, you have that other side of you, Capricorn, that just wants to, I'm not going to say it, but you have that other side of you that is the complete opposite, as you know, from what you are portraying at home. What I'm also getting to for the Nine of Wands and the Three of Swords is that for a lot of you guys, it's almost like you're not going to invest too much into home, because I feel like you may have some mates who stepped out on you as well, or you may have had betrayal in your relationship and or marriage. So I can hear some of you saying, you know, I won't ever give this person all of myself again. Because when I was kind of quote unquote up their butt and you know, trying to be the best for them, they ran out on me, which caused you to run out on them as well. So I feel like you got one foot in and one foot out. Right now it feels like one foot is out and the other foot, you got four toes off the ground. All right, these are the energy oracle. Door to personal healing and happiness. I swear, I can't make this stuff up. One set of videos, I need to try to just make up stuff. But door to healing and personal happiness, you're right at the threshold. You're trying to figure out what is it that's gonna make me happy. I mean, I have everything that I want, so why am I not happy? Which is like the ultimate worst question on the planet. Cornucopia, having everything that you want. Everything is good right now. No issues, no muss, no fuss. So if it's so good, why are you so bored, Cap? Last card, 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. That's the angelic message or communication or listening to your intuition. You know, trying to find guidance on what to do. I'm also being told to pick up the Karma card as well, to pick that card up again, because just remember that whatever it is that you decide to do, that is going to have karmic repercussions. Card at the bottom, man holding the coin. Yeah, you're trying to figure out what it is that you want, what's valuable to you, what's worth it. You know, is stepping outside of your relationship, stepping outside of your marriage, you know, is it worth it? It's going to satisfy you, right? Because it is. Right? The thrill of getting caught is going to satisfy you, but is it going to make you happy? Because satisfaction and happiness are two different things. Okay. I'm trying to look and see if there's any more messages for you. I think, in all honesty, that's something you need to get in contact with, Capricorn, is what truly makes you happy. Because I feel like angels just said that their mates make them happy, but there are other parts of them that want to be happy too. So it's almost like you're Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, or you have you're kind of like have a personality or dual urges where it's like, yes, I want the American dream type lifestyle, but you know, I also want to be, a pimp too. I can't. All right, Capricorn. When I say pimp, that means, again, you just want to be young and free and single and, kind of eat plentifully, right? Anyway, Capricorn, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, my contact details are below. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Bye.